Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on, say with me, wake up and win, wake up and win, wake up and win. Listen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Freedom Friday, and so glad to be on with you all this morning on our Wake Up and Win Live. Um, just beautiful day today, and super excited to share with you the final part to our three-part series on saying what you need. But before I do that, let me reintroduce myself. For anyone joining us or watching the replay for the very first time, I'm your girl, Dr. Najuma, and I come on every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. to share a little win word with you all. And we've been doing three parts here. Today is part three. I always my role, my mission. That's a better word. My mission is to share with you um, words of encouragement, inspiration from my experience of having gone through a great loss and getting back on the path to winning again in every area of my life. And my motto is you can go through a great loss and still win. You can recover from a great loss. You can restore, renew, recover from a great loss and still win. And for those that may not know, several years ago, my oldest son's life was taken. And so what I'm learning is that does not mean the end of my life, maybe in the way that I knew it at that time, but in my season of healing and recovery, renewal, rebirth, even what I'm learning is I can still win again, and so can you. So, um, hopefully, something I said, something we share on this platform will help you know that you can go through a major loss and still win. So, let's get into our wake up and win word for today. Let's get into our wake up and win word for today. And that is say what you need, part three. Say what you need, part three. So, one of the things um, that I learned in this journey and even in the process of doing some, grief recovery and all those necessary steps is that's important to say what you need. And I'm applying this to all areas of my life, right? Um, Wednesday, we talked about saying what you need is authentic. It is you being your authentic self. It is the realest you can be, in spite of the stigma of saying what you need coming across as needy or complaining or, ungrateful for some people. Then yesterday, part two, we talked about saying what you need, being brave and courageous. Most people will have you believe that saying what you need is a sign of weakness, when actually it's a sign of bravery and courage. And on today, I want to leave you with this: that saying what you need is not only authentic and real, it's not only brave and courageous, but part three to this, and this is what I want to lean into in saying what you need is you loving yourself. It is radical self love. It is radical self love to open up your mouth, open up, and to tell the people in your circle, in your network, in your life. Not this is not necessarily apply to a stranger. We're talking about people that care about you, people that love you, people that are in your circle. That it is you offering to yourself radical self love, and it teaches others how to love you. When you say what you need, you are radically loving yourself, because people in the world that don't care about you, who don't want to hear what you need, would rather you suffer in silence. um, and so sometimes when you hear people say the world doesn't love you, that's an example of that, right? But it is an act of radical self love, right? It's radical in the sense of it goes against the grain, it goes against popular notion and belief and, popular opinion. It's radical self love, but it also teaches others how to love you, because what it signals to the people in your life that care about you, of course, that this is how you can love me. And they may not be able to provide what you need, but people that love you will care about what you need. And some will do what they can, and some may not be able to do anything, but that's not the only point. Saying what you need is an act of radical self love. Who walks around hungry and doesn't tell anybody they're hungry? You nobody? That's why it was so powerful. And it was a tragic ending when that young man was on the subway in New York and he was telling everybody on the train, I'm just hungry. I just want something to eat. That was an act of radical self-love. And I'm not here to argue about his approach. I'm just saying that the fact that he got to a place where he just had to let people know, I'm just hungry. I'm just hungry. He was radically loving himself, and it was not received well. But I'm not here to argue about you know, his approach or anything like that. I just am offering that it was powerful, that in the midst of the busy day of life, he loved himself enough to say, I'm hungry. I want to know today, what do you love yourself enough to say out loud? What do you love? How do you love yourself? No, do you love yourself enough to say what you need today? I want to invite you. I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you to love yourself enough to say what you need. To love yourself enough to say what you need in the relationship, to love yourself enough to say what you need to your children, to love yourself enough to say what you need to your boss, to love yourself enough to say what you need when you go to the bank, and the customer service is not okay. To love yourself enough to say what you need amongst your friends, to love yourself enough to say what you need amongst your family. And again, everybody may not be able to do anything about it, but the people that care about you will care about what you need. The people that love you will care. And you might be thinking, well, what's the point of saying what I need? Nobody can help me. Well, it doesn't mean that nobody can help you, but it also signals that you are human, that your needs matter, and you need to express that, and it's okay. And again, maybe everybody can't fix it, everybody can't solve it, but the people that care about you, who care about your needs, oh, they will support you. They will support you in the best way they can. And sometimes saying what you need really is about you waking up to what you need so you can go and get it. A lot of times saying what we need is about waking ourselves up so we can love ourselves enough to go and get it and lay hold of it and pursue it. And so when we talk about waking up and winning, when I say what I need, it's about loving myself enough to get up, get out there, go and get it. Go after it, pursue it. And don't just sit there suffering silently. So again, today, I wake up and win word is say what you need, part 3, because saying what you need is an act of radical self-love, and it teaches others how to love you. Love yourself enough today to say what you need, even if you need to say it to yourself, even if you need to say it in your prayer time. God, this is what I need. Again, sometimes saying it out loud and expressing that charges us in ways to get up and get out there and go after it and win. So don't you sit there suffering in silence this weekend. Say what you need. And maybe the response is you awakening to what you need and going after it and going to get it. So thank you again today for joining us on Wake Up and Win Live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. And I hope for you today that you will say what you need. That something about what we said these last couple of days will help you to say, you know what? I'm not going to suffer in silence any longer. I'm going to say what I need in this space or that space. And apply it how you need to apply it for you. Apply it how you need to apply it for you. That's the best thing. You ain't got to do it exactly how I did it. I'm just sharing with you what I've learned and what I've seen and what I've experienced to work to help me win again is to say what I need. And I want to encourage you to say what you need. It is an act of radical self-love. And it also teaches others how to love you. It is brave and courageous. And when we say what we need, we are being authentic. It is authentic. It's not needy. It's not whiny. It's not complaining. It is you being authentically where and who you are. And that's okay. All right. So listen, y'all have a great weekend. We'll be back here on Monday morning with more Win Word for you. And share, like, and subscribe. share, like, and subscribe. If this helped you in any kind of way, share, like, and subscribe. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Y'all help me get these numbers up. Help me get these subscriber numbers up. Won't you do that? I appreciate you in advance. I thank you in advance. Y'all have an amazing weekend. And you know what we always say, let's get up, let's get out there, and let's go in. Y'all have an amazing weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday. We out. Peace.